everyone. I'm your host, Barrister Mrs. Esther Ehinosen on this podcast. Here, we talk about a lot of issues as they affect us in our home, in our relationship, in our marriages, a single lifestyle, and also in parenting issues. And at times, we also give you some good business ethics and tips that will help boost your relationship. Today, I'll be discussing on a topical issue that have to do with parenting. Yes, parenting. We have two types of family. Basically, we have the functional family and the dysfunctional family. What is the functional family? The functional family are the type of family that puts the templates in place. They instill discipline. They instill moral values. They instill integrity, accountability, good ethics, and God-fearing principles in their home. They are intentional, what I call the IDP principles. You find that in the functional family. Now let's talk about this functional family. This functional family are the type of family that basically do not, maybe they plan but do not execute it. They don't really have any intentional plan in really mentoring their children in all what I've said about functional family. Today we'll be looking at the 5O principles in parenting our children. These modalities are basically found in dysfunctional homes. Number one, the first O principles: over protecting your child. When you overprotect them, what happens? At any slightest time when they get to sneak out, they basically go and do so much harm to themselves that when you find out, you will scream your head out. So everything have to be a balance. Then number two, you have the over discipline. When you over discipline them, you know what I usually say, according to the Bible, in the book of Proverbs 23, 12 to 13 and 14, it basically admonished us we should not spare the rod and spare the child. Basically, when you discipline the child, still bring the child close. Let the child understand why you discipline him or her. What is the effect of not disciplining him or her? An understanding level have to be reached. So when you discipline them, try to let them understand why you're doing that. Not just because you're doing that, but for love and for corrective measures. That's just it. Then number three, when you over pamper them, you basically permit everything. I called it the over permissive parenting. This is very wrong. You don't permit everything. And now, this is also what is very trending. There's another thing I call sharenting. It's also trending, where parents basically just allow these children to do what they want on social media. We will expose them in their very infant age. There was one time that this video, they sent it to me severally because I have a school project that I do with schools. You know, this child is basically an infant, maybe in nursery. Crying out loud, you see her long nails, eyelashes, and long hair with colors. For an infant, hello, sharenting, parenting. Please, let us be very, very careful. Let us be intentional in how we really mentor these children in this 21st century. Please make no mistake about it. What is meant for children, let it be for children. What is meant for adults, let it be for adults. Let's not just carry things that are for adults and start showing it. At that stage, what are we bringing them? We see Jezebels, replica as children. Hello, what are we doing? Please, nothing. We shouldn't just be permitting anything. We spoil them brats when you are over permissive. You know, everything have to come to an equilibrium. Then number four, when you over-direct them, you shout at them, you compel them basically to make them do your own rules, obey your own rules. No, that is wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but there have to be a limit. There have to be equilibrium, and you have to do it in love. Chastisement must come with love. And when you're doing that, carry them along. Sit them down and formulate the modalities, the principles, the rules, and everything. Let their own views be heard and incorporate it into those rules that you are sending out for them, or you are signing for them, or you are pushing it on them. Let them get involved. This is the trend. That is why I usually say parenting has gone way beyond what we used to have it. Now, parents are compelled in this dispensation to acquire extra skill. So, by adventure of my parenting coaching, I've been able to resolve so many of this when parents come along. Then the last one, what is the last one? Over possessive. So many parents of these days, they are over possessive. When you are over possessive, these children will not even be open up to you. There's what I call make your child your friend rule. You have to bring them to you. They need to open up to you. You need to understand their perceptions, their mannerism, their behavior. You need to also help them create a logic mindset, positive mindset, a God-fearing mindset. You need to also help them to have the ability to construct positive constructivism about things in life. Let them have that views of how they will have critical mindsets to always know what is good, what is bad, and flee from what is bad and hinge on what is good. So, like I said, these basic core principles are one of the flaws that is visually found or is incorporated in dysfunctional families. So please assess yourself as parents, assess yourself as mothers to see which of these, in fact, or if you are guilty with one, you are guilty with all. When you are guilty with one or all, basically shows that your family is dysfunctional, it's not functional. So what you need to do is to take your place and see how you can set everything right on course. So until I meet you next time, I'd like to stop here. And what I need you to do, to like, share, subscribe. But my shout out goes to all those that have been liking, commenting, and also subscribing. Thank you so very much. And I need you to keep doing that until I come your way next time. Be good. Bye bye.